I fell in love with hospice with the very first hospice patient I ever had. I was a young social worker, and it was in the early 1980s, and he was our first hospice patient that we ever had. So the first time I went up to his house, I walked in, I was young, I was kind of nervous, and the house was filled with people that loved this man. And I thought to myself, what can I give him that he's not already getting? What do I possibly have to offer him? And I walked in, and he was in a huge bed, and he was this little tiny frail man, and he said, look over there in the corner, there's a brown plastic bag. And so I went over there and I brought it to him, and he opened it up, and inside were hundreds of tulip bulbs. And he said, I want you to go out and plant those tulip bulbs all alongside the sidewalk so that next spring, when I'm not here, my wife will remember that I love her. So I went out with a little shovel and I planted each one of those tulip bulbs. And sure enough, the next spring I drove by his house, and his sidewalk was filled with beautiful tulip blossoms, which I'm sure brought peace and comfort to his wife, and it certainly made me feel really good about doing what I had done. Over the years, I've worked in hospice, which has been a long time now. I've worked as a social worker, I've worked as a bereavement coordinator, and when I was in my 50s, I went back to seminary and became a chaplain. So I've experienced hospice from all different lenses. There are so many ways that hospice has enriched me, and I feel so grateful to work in a company that supports us in loving our patients, taking great care of them, and supports us as employees, taking note of our needs and tending to them in a wonderful way. I just feel so grateful for my hospice experience. As I look back over my life and my work with hospice, one thing stands out to me that is so amazing, and that is that each one of us is like a separate book. Each one of us has our own story. Each one of us has lessons to teach, hardships to share, joys to share, things to learn from each and every one of us.